Number 1, again, so I'm going to try to make this video a little faster. I know how much you love spending time watching these. So, now making the story. By now, this should be more automatic, okay, and you're more fluent, okay, which is basically one of your tasks to be more fluent in these. So we're going to go plus 24, negative 9y equals 45 divided by negative 9. Y is going to be negative 5. So I'm not going to check because I want to make the video a little shorter, okay? But on the test, just make sure you check. Negative 10a minus 40 equals negative 20 plus 40 plus 40. And we're going to get that this is 20, negative 10a divided by negative 10 on both sides, and a equals negative 2. And then you would check, and hopefully everything would be okay. Just let me make sure we're recording. We are. So when over here, this one I'll write a story because if you have a variable a, what's happening to a? It's being multiplied by negative 4/5, and that's equals to negative 4. So going backwards, the inverse operation would be to divide by negative 4/5, right? So and when you divide by a fraction, you're really multiplying by its reciprocal. So we're multiplying both sides, right, by 4/5, not 4/5, but 5/4 reciprocal, and then negative 5/4 here. So 5 and 5 and 4 and 4 all simplifies to 1, and a negative becomes a positive, and 8 times 1 is just a negative times a negative is going to be a positive again. I can simplify this 4 with this 4, and I'm just going to get 1 times 5, which is 5. So a equals 5. Minus 3 equals negative 15. And 3 plus negative 3 is just 0. This drops down. Now we're going to multiply this by negative 5 and this by negative 5. Negative times a negative is a positive, so I'm going to get C. And negative times a negative again is a positive, and that's going to give me 75. Plus 9, that's going to give 0. This crosses out, 3y. 3y is less or equal to 0, divide both sides by 3. Y is less or equal to 0. 0 divided by 3 is 0. So this one you have to graph, right? 1, negative 1. Shade the 0, and we want numbers that are less than 0, which is that way. Combine like terms first, so negative 5m and negative m is negative 6m plus 6, negative 25 plus m. I want to get rid of this m, so I'm going to do minus m, and minus m on this side. So negative 6m and minus n is negative 7m plus 6, minus 25, and these two go out. Minus 6 on both sides, minus 6, and I'm going to have negative 7m is less than negative 35. I'm going to divide both sides by negative 7. Negative divided by negative is a positive, and m is going to be greater. We're going to have to switch the sign to the other side, and 35 divided by negative 7, negative 35 divided by negative 7 is 5. So, not shade, sorry, don't shade. And we want numbers that are greater than 5, and numbers greater than 5 are on this side. Okay, so just make sure you make a better graph than I did tomorrow in your test. So again, this is all fluency, right? Negative 27a minus 54 minus 4 greater or equal to 23. Negative 27a minus 58 greater or equal to 23. Now we can do plus 58. These two go bye-bye. I got negative 27a is greater or equal to 81. Divide by negative 27. Divide by negative 27. This becomes just 1 or just 1a. Flip the sign the other way. And 81 divided by negative 27 is a is less than negative 3. So when you draw negative 3, negative 2, negative 4, here's your circle. We're going to shade. And we want numbers that are smaller, which goes that way. Make sure you put arrows here and arrows here as well. Negative 27 times 21p, so it's distributed properly, right? And that's going to be 6. No, yes, no. 2/7 of 6, 7, 1, 3. Yeah, it's negative 6p. Negative times a negative is going to be a positive. This is going to be just 2, greater than negative 4. Minus 2, minus 2. We're going to get negative 6p is greater than negative 6. Divide both sides by negative 6. And p is going to be less than 1. Right? We got to flip the sign because we divided both sides by a negative integer. Okay, so p less than 1. Do your graph. Right, here's 1, here's 2, here's 0. Arrow, arrow. We put a circle on top of 1. We don't shade it, but we want numbers that are smaller than 1, which is numbers on that side. Still on the first page? Yes. Translate to an equation. So 3 is just 3. More than means addition. Product means times. So times who? Two things are being multiplied, 5 and k. So I'm going to write 5k equals to 18. So just clean that up. That would be the nicer version. 5 less than, again, 5 is 5. Less than is subtraction. Twice the numbers mean 2 times something, and a number equals negative 9. Am I done? No, because less than is a turnaround. So it's 2n minus 5 equals 9. Sam is buying a pair of shoes, a bunch of socks. The shoes cost $38.99, and then pair of socks cost $2.99 each. If he spent $53.94, how many pair of socks did he buy? Well, here's my total. And he bought 1 pair of shoes, right? So there's no. So here's his pair of shoes. Plus a bunch of socks. Do we know how many socks he bought? No. So it's $2.99 times P. I'm going to write P for pair of socks. Okay. I don't want to like using the letter S. Minus $38.99. Minus $38.99. And this makes sense, right? Because out of the $53, he spent $38.99 on shoes. $53.94 minus $38.99 equals. So he's left over with $14.95. $2.99 comes down. Divide both sides by $2.99. And P equals 5. So he bought 5 pair of socks. Sam's mechanic could charge her. She paid her the total of $329. The total includes. Okay, so I don't think the sentence should be there. She paid a mechanic a total of $329. So here's my total. What is that total? It's made up of what? Of $248 for new brakes and 3 hours for each hour of 3 hours. Okay. 3 hours and 3 hours and 3 hours of work. That's what that she said. How much did the mechanic earn per hour? So again, I made a mess out of this question. So if you erase this. So brakes cost $248. That we know. And then 3 times the number of hours. Okay. So minus 248. Minus 248. Cross. And I got 3H equals 329. 329 minus 248 equals 81. Divide by 3. Divide by 3. You're going to get that each hour he got $27. He bought several t-shirts for $24 each. He also had a coupon for $8 off the total. If the total was $121 before the discount, how many shirts did he buy? Okay, before the discount. So it's $121, $125, $120. If the total is this, before the discount, should it be after the discount? So 24.25 times the number of t-shirts times t-shirts plus $8. Before the discount. There's something wrong with this question, so I'm going to ask you to no, I don't think it's worded correctly, and I worded incorrectly, so I'll make that correction in class. Oh boy. Before the discount. Combine like terms. Minus 15a plus 45h minus 12a minus 33 minus 33h minus. Combine like terms, the 15a and the negative 12a is negative 27a. 45 positive and 33 negative is going to be 12 plus 12h. So we've got 36m plus 20. Negative times a negative is positive 63. Negative times a negative is going to be positive 108. Can I combine anything? Oh, I forgot the m here. So 36m and 63m, I can combine. They're both positive. So it's going to be 99m. And 20 plus 108, they're both positive, so that makes it very easy. Negative 4. Negative times a negative is a positive, and that's 1/5 of 10 is 2. Negative times a negative is a positive again. 1/5 of 20 is 4. Minus 2m. Can I combine anything? The negative 4 and the positive 4, this will actually become 0. So all I have left over is 2w minus 2m. Negative times a negative, again, is a positive, and that's going to be 9. Okay, 3/4 times 12 is 9. Negative times a negative is a negative. Negative times a positive is a negative. And 3/4 of 8 is going to be 6. Minus 1 minus k. 9k minus k, it's just going to be 8k. And negative 6 and negative 1 is going to be minus 7. So this is that. Oh, this is not. So we want to write an inequality. So Sam is collecting 200 bottles. She has 55 already. So she and her 2 brothers are going to collect bottles. How many do each of them have to collect? To reach 200. So whatever they collect has to be equal to 200 or greater to 200. So Sam and her 2 brothers would be 3 people, right? So 3 people times the number of bottles, whatever they collect, plus the 55 that they already have should be greater or equal to 200. Minus 55. 3b is greater than 145. And divide by 3, divide by 3. B is greater or equal to 145 divided by 3 equals 48.333. So we can't. So she needs to reach 200. So she needs to grab 48.3 bottles, or she has to be 49 bottles in order for her to reach her goal. Tim wants to earn 810. He gets 340 for sure, then $35 for each laptop that he repairs. How many laptops does he have to repair to reach his goal of 810? Well, he wants to make at least 810, so greater or equal. He gets paid 340 for sure, no matter what. And then he gets a little bit more for every time he fixes a laptop. So 35 per repair. And I'll write an R for repair. Minus 340. Minus 340. So that tells you that out of the $810, 340 is guaranteed. So 810 minus 340. This leaves you with 470. So the remaining $470, he has to earn it by repairing laptops. So how many laptops does he need to repair? Divide by 35. Divide by 35. And the repairs. So we've got 470 divided by 35. It's going to give us 13.428 blah blah blah, or 13.43. But you can't fix 13.43 of a laptop. You need to fix 14. So he needs to fix 14 laptops or more to reach his goal. So these two, we did it in class, a different version. So we have 10 feet of rope. Feet, we want to change it to inches. It's going to be times 12 or 120 inches. Right? So he's going to cut 35 away, and then he's going to have a whole bunch of 1.5 8 inches pieces, right? So little tiny pieces of. So he cut this much out, and then he wants to, with the remaining, cut the remaining rope into 8.5 smaller pieces, right? So how many of these can I have? So my equation is going to look something like this. So the total amount of rope I have is 120 inches, and that's made up of 2 things. 8, and I'm going to write 8.5 because I can. 8.5x 8.5 times however many little ones that I can cut, plus the 33.5 that I cut off in the beginning is going to equal 120. So how many of these can I have? Minus 33.5, minus 33.5. I'll continue over here. So this will cross, and I'm going to have 8.5x equals 120 minus 33.5 equals 86.5. So once we imagine he has a whole 120 inches, he cut 33.5. We have 86.5 left over. Now he's going to cut them to little pieces of 8.5 inches. How many pieces can he have? Divided by 8.5, it's going to give us 10.7, 10.18 rounded. So the maximum number of little pieces that he can cut is 10. Make sure you write. So this equation is 1 point, and this answer is 1 point. Okay. So same thing with baby Mark. He has 9 inches, 9 feet of road, which you multiply by 12 times 12. It's going to give us 108 inches. So out of that, we're going to cut. You're going to cut 21.25 out, and then with the remaining, you want 6 1/4 inch pieces, right? So you had a long one of 108 inches. You're going to take this out, which is 21.25 inches away, and then from this one, you want to cut 6 1/4 inches. So how many of these do I have? So my equation is something like this. The whole rope is 108, and with the 108, we're going to have 6 1/4, which is 6.25. So 625 times a bunch of little pieces, right? We don't know how many. Plus the big long one that we cut in the beginning, the 21.25. Minus 21.25 minus 21.25. And this is going to give us 6.25x equals, in 108 minus 21.25 equals 86.75, which you'll then divide by 6.25 on each side. Divide by 6.25, divide by 6.25, and x is going to be 13.88. So you can cut 13.88 little pieces, but the maximum number of completes of little pieces that you can cut is going to be 13. So you're going to have 13 of those. Next. Represent with inequalities. Give possible solutions. So her weight is greater than 1, so her weight, and in relationship to 105 is greater than 105. So it can be 106, 107, 108, 109, whatever. So possible solutions could be anything greater than 105. The maximum speed in school areas is 25 miles per hour. So the speed in comparison to 25 has to be less than 25 or equal to 25. My TV has less than 10 channels, so here's my TV. Oh, let me write. I think channels and 10. My TV has less than 10 channels. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. She earns more than 1,500 per week, so this is how much she earns. And we want to compare to 1,500, so the amount she earns is more, greater, not equal to, but greater than that. So it's a lot of money. This one. So this one, again, will be on part 2 of your test. So we have two sides that are the same, negative 2a plus 5, and then plus 8h. This is not your simplified version. You have to do the distributive property, and you get negative 4a plus 10 plus 4h. So that would give you, this is a simplified where you don't, simplified version. Now we substitute. We're going to replace the a with negative 2 and the h with 9. So we get negative 4 times negative 2 plus 10 plus 8 times h, which is 9. Let's do the multiplications. Negative times a negative is 8. 4 times 2 is 8 plus 10. And 8 times 9 is 72. And it becomes very easy. So that's 82 and 90. Okay, that's 8 plus 10 is 18. 18 plus 72 is 90. Done. Let's see. Same thing. There's 2 of negative 3m plus 6. plus 2 of 2k plus 2. So we're going to get negative 6m plus 12 plus 4k plus 4. Can I combine anything? Yeah, I can. The 12 and the 4. So it's negative 6m plus 4k, and I'm going to combine the 12 and 4, and that gives me 16. This is what gets you 1 point. If you leave it like this, or like this, these two lines, you're not going to get a point, because it's not a simplified expression. Now substitute. So wherever you see m, I'm going to put negative 3, so it's negative 6 times negative 3, plus 4 times k, which is 5, and then plus 16. Negative and negative is 18. 6 times 3 is 18. Plus 4 times 5 is 20. Plus 16. Just add this up, and I have no idea what you get. 38 and 16 should be a total of 54. Describes in words the steps you would take. So I would do subtract 4 from each side. 4 from each side. Okay, that would give me w over negative 2 equals 2. And I did not write that. Subtract 4 from each side, resulting in w over negative 2 equals 2. 2. Multiply both sides by negative 2, resulting in w equals negative 4. If I multiply, remember, if I multiply this by negative 2 and this by negative 2, this would cancel out. And 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. There's nothing here that says I can't do the problem here first. Right? I can do the problem first on the side. Right? And then I can, what do you call? I can write what I just did. So if you can't see it visually, do the work on the side, and then you can just follow what you did and write it over here, which is what I want you to do. Okay. And then last question. Oh, not bad. Cameron goes to the market. He's going to buy cans of chicken soup and a loaf of bread. The loaf of bread is $3.49, and each can of soup is $1.29. If the most he can spend is 12, write and solve an inequality to determine how many cans of soup he can buy. So the most he can spend is 12. So it's whatever he's going to buy has to be less or greater to 12. So what is he buying? Bread. One bread, so that's my constant. One loaf of bread. Plus several cans of soup. Right? And because it says a loaf of bread, so I know it's one bread, and cans, many cans of chicken soup. So how much is each chicken soup? $1.29 times C, however many cans you can buy. So minus $3.49, minus $3.49. Let's see. So if I have $12 and I buy a loaf of bread, which is $3.49, I'm going to have $8.51 left over. That makes sense, right? Now I'm going to spend this amount of money buying chicken soup. So each chicken soup is at $1.29, so let's divide by $1.29. The number of chicken soup that I can buy has to be less or equal to, let's see, 6.59, or actually it's going to round to 6.6. So can I buy 6.6 of a can? No. So the maximum number of cans that I can buy has to be less than 6. Good, done. I'm loading it up.